I miss the days when there were more things to kill.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just there's something Oh,
Any news to share? Don't tell me. This time it was Charleston. Or the White Spring, even. Gosh, just give me a minute. I'm still not done compiling the last report. Oh, you're kidding. They didn't get past all those killer robots, did they? There's no... Wait. You're pulling my leg, aren't you? The super mutants didn't just hit Fort Atlas. I'm getting reports from all over. Even Foundation. Hold on. If you haven't heard, the Knight and Paladin might not have either. I've been so busy receiving the reports that anyway, you gotta let them know about this right away. I don't have many details. Appalachia's always had super mutants, and now there's just, more of them. Ever since the attack on Fort Atlas. Now we've got people coming from all over to ask the Brotherhood for help. We've got to do something about this. Oh, that shouldn't be necessary. It sounds like Foundation has things under control, and they're helping out anyone they can. They just came to share information with us. Which is honestly pretty shocking, considering our past relations with... That's not to say that, Well, I'm sure you did the best you could over at Foundation, and things just didn't work out too great. Oh, one more thing. Foundation has been tracking nearby attacks. They think the mutants might be coming from those caverns. What are they called again? Wacky caverns? Unlikely caverns? Oh, uncanny caverns. That's right. Anyway, thanks for helping out. I've got my hands full here.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place, my mission.
Paladin Romani really knows how to take charge. They could have used more like her in the Appalachian chapter. She could have made a difference. Well, it's taken some time. Been a while since I've been surrounded by people who weren't looking to kill me in my sleep. Yeah, the scars I got from those fighting pits are more than skin deep, but yeah, I'm starting to adapt. Thanks for asking. Well, this group operates plenty different from the Appalachian Brotherhood. A lot more talk about the ideological aspects of the organization. No matter which side of it they're standing on. We were fighting for survival at nearly every turn. It wasn't raiders, it was scorched. Didn't have time for doctrine, at least not at my rank. It was a hell of a lot safer surrounded by these folk, though. Glad they're on my side. Scribe Valdez is sharp. She just might be the pillar holding this whole thing up. Cooler heads only prevail when you've actually got a cool head around. Paladin Romani is charismatic. I was a bit put off at first, felt like it was all for show. Didn't take long to see her conviction is the real deal. Knight Shin is... well, he reminds me of some people I served with back in the day. Couldn't say I liked those people, but I was glad to have them watching my back. Even if they were only watching so they could nag. I don't envy where you stand. One foot on land, the other on a boat setting out to sea. Do you hop on? Trust your captain to lead you right? Or stand firm on the land you know? Now, one thing's for sure. If you don't decide, your ass will be in the water before you know it. Think carefully going forward. That's all I can say. Sure. I've been able to track down a number of locations that were critical to the Appalachian Brotherhood's operations when they were still active. Each day I'll coordinate an operation at one of these sites. Check your map for details. Complete a mission and you'll be rewarded. Complete it quickly and efficiently and you'll earn a few bonuses. It gets pretty dicey, so keep your wits about you. These sites manage to attract the strangest of the strange. Be prepared for anything and everything. Check back every day for new ops and more rewards.
We're here to protect the people.
They are
They'll learn that in
daily
time.
ops, after all. Thanks. Keep working your ass off on those daily ops, and maybe I'll throw a set your way. Just so you know, the eye patch isn't included. You too. Stay safe out there.
Nothing to see here. I know I'm forgetting something.
Can you put in a good word for me with Paladin Romani? Stay safe out.
Why did I say that? What was I doing? Oh, right. Oh! You startled me.
If anyone needs help from old and
For
forged
people
in
to die before sending out our forces, we have to act now.
Why did I say that?
What resources? We already lost too many to the super mutants. Send everyone out.
Night Shin
Fort Atlas is
and
under
tower
attack.
armor. It's a risk we have to take for the people of Appalachia.
Like a broken record. The facts still haven't changed.
Initiate
something
Houston.
important?
Reporting for duty.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest mission.
At Victorian, Initiate.
Stand by
I believe
for your
Shin was
next
talking
orders.
to you, Initiate.
Romani and I were just discussing the patrol schedule.
This is far more important than a patrol. We're talking about people's lives. What do you need, Initiate? You see, we've wasted time sitting on our thumbs already.
I didn't think this would happen so soon. If at all. Fine. We can't let the mutants run rampant. But I will lead a squad personally to track down where they're coming from.
And where do you plan to look? Spending time on a meaningless chase will leave countless homesteads unprotected against the mutants.
I'm pleased to hear that you've come to your senses, Initiate.
And how many people will die while we're busy tracking the source? The Brotherhood needs to be there when help is needed.
And that's where we're headed.
You're splitting our forces, Shin. Isn't that exactly what you wanted to avoid?
So long as the rest of the Initiates stay here, Fort Atlas will be well defended. It takes two to create a conflict, Romani. You're gonna have to make some compromises from now on. We don't have any more time to waste. Initiate, I need you to brief Initiates Norland and Houston to come along on this mission. You're coming too.
Okay, Erica. You're doing great.
This should be a given, but come prepared to fight mutants. We don't know how many there will be, or if the type that we've seen are the only form they come in. We may need to retreat and regroup if things get bad.
I'm not. But if this foolish mission is what it takes to prevent full-on mutiny, so be it. While you're out, I'll meet up with Initiate Dorsey to find out who around Appalachia is in need of help. Maybe there are some resources we can spare without inspiring Shin to start a riot.
I'll be checking the spreadsheets when I get back. They should be here in Fort Atlas. Keep the introduction short. We need to get to the caverns as soon as possible.
Find protectives. I trust you're adjusting to service with the Brotherhood.
Ad Victoriam, Initiate. What can I do for you? It's not my place to give an opinion on the other recruits. I trust the judgment of Paladin Romani and Knight Shin. That being said, I hope Initiate Houston is getting the support she needs to succeed here. She's not militarily inclined.
They wake up soon.
I'm not trying to be formal, just following basic etiquette. We are all representatives of the Brotherhood of Steel. We should conduct ourselves as such. Sure, I can introduce myself. I come from Ohio. My parents worked in the government before the war. When I learned about the Brotherhood and what they're doing to preserve the world, I left home to do my part. Make up for my parents' contribution to causing this disaster, however small it was. It's a big responsibility, so I don't have time for much else. I need to be vigilant about my training if I'm going to become a knight. You can count on me. I'll report there immediately.
Fine.
Oh! God! Don't sneak up on people like that.
See if anyone needs help.
What?
Left and right.
Night Shin?
People of Appalachia
Called for
bombs
me?
and pavement.
That... No way. There has to be a mistake. I must have put my gun in the wrong place. Or I forgot to write my name again. No. I'm getting discharged, aren't I? I'm getting discharged. Oh, God. So, you heard that?
Still not.
I'm so bad at talking with
There's
children.
just not enough hours
I
in
must have
the
made
day.
it worse. You know Marcia? She's not an initiate, but she and Max stay with the Brotherhood. They're siblings. Apparently Marcia's been gone for a few days, and I told Max everything would be fine, but I really don't know. Me? Oh, good question. I mean, I was, helping Dr. Hardy when Dr. Hardy got recruited, and I guess he recommended me. I'm good at medical things. Really. Well, I think I am. I mean, we saved a lot of people back then, and just forget I said any of that. I don't know. Really, I'm just trying my best.
What would the elders do in this situation?
Oh, really? That's awesome. Tell him I said hi, and thanks for everything. Again, he told me to stop thanking him all the time, so maybe don't tell him that. Right. No need to be nervous. I'm just being called in for my first ever field mission, and it's led by Knight Shin, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I won't know what I'm doing in front of him. So, not only am I probably going to die, but I'll look stupid doing it, and I should stop. Yeah. No need to be nervous. Nope. No reason at all.
My next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
Knight Shin's favorite? He's always in the barracks, doing extra push-ups and stuff. Not that I'm watching. I just... Well, I'm kind of scared of him.
Call a seminar on
I
this?
mean, he's kind of everything that I'm not. This can't be real. Okay, I'm gonna puke. No, wait. I have to get my gun. I've never used it, like, outside of a firing range. First time for everything, right? Okay, I'll be there. Ad Victorium?
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long. Still, this is...
The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
I hope Marcia's doing okay. It just doesn't make sense. First a super mutant attack, and now people are starting to vanish? We didn't train for this. The world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
Ad Victorium, Initiate. Now that everyone's here, let's go over the plan. Foundation reported super mutant attacks potentially originating from this location. We're here to determine if those claims are founded. And if so, eliminate the threat. We'll advance information. Immediately report anything you see out of place. Are we understood? Don't disrespect your fellow initiates. Initiate Houston is a skilled medic with a tireless work ethic. When you're bleeding out, you'll be happy to have her along.
You actually noticed that? Wow. Thank you, Knight.
I won't tolerate any more insults. Stay focused.
Copy.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Move out. Stop here for a moment. Some regular wildlife here. Seems like the super mutants would have cleared that out. Well said. Let's keep moving forward.
Hey, look. We could take a team photo. The Fort Atlas Spelunkers, ready for action. Huh.
Stay focused, Houston. This is no time for jokes.
Initiate Norland is right. Follow his lead.
Right. Sorry. Never mind.
Let's regroup here. That could have been cleaner. This appears to be a dead end. There's some gore here. I'd say the mutants have left their mark. Initiate, what's your read on this location? So it's likely there are still super mutants nearby. Good call, Initiate. Let's do a thorough sweep of the room. There may still be a way forward.
Roger. I'll take the far side.
Excellent initiative, Norland. The remaining two of you, stick together and cover this area. Be sure not to miss anything. Effective reconnaissance can mean the difference between life and death.
Right. I'll try my best. I'll be thorough, Knight, sir.
their shovel behind. Prove useful. Look, there's a break in the wall over there.
Anything to report? I see. In that case, I might send the others to scout ahead. I suspect there's still more to see here. Did you find anything else? We should take a cautious approach to that. One wrong move, and we could all get trapped inside. Understood. Everyone, we need to cover as much ground as possible, and the threat level so far has been minimal. Initiates Norland and Houston. See if you can squeeze through that crevice and report what's on the other side. Initiate Norland, you take point. Stay in radio contact, and pull back as soon as you encounter danger. You may be eager to serve the Brotherhood, but being a good soldier is also about knowing your limits. Move out.
Roger. I'll make the Brotherhood proud, sir.
You mean all by ourselves? Okay. Got it. I mean, yes, sir.
You'll stay with me and find a way to clear the cave in. I'd look around for some kind of tool. Preferably not the destructive kind. If we're lucky, the rocks may even be loose enough to dig out by hand. Initiate Norland is highly capable, and I trust him to handle any situation that arises. But from what we've seen so far, I don't suspect there will be significant danger. As their superior officer, it's my job to keep them safe. This is also Initiate Houston's first real mission outside of Fort Atlas. Her success is my responsibility. Don't do anything reckless. I need all of us to get out of here in one piece. Those mutants must have gotten trapped inside sometime after the attacks. If this passage wraps around, Initiates Norland and Houston could be in trouble. Don't blind yourself to the value of human life. I stand by the idea that we must make sacrifices for the greater good. But only when it's necessary. Putting Initiates Norland and Houston in danger was a preventable mistake. And I'm responsible. They seem delirious. A lack of food, light, water, space. If we can, it would be safer to take them down from a distance. But protecting the other initiates takes first priority. I made a premature assumption that the area was safe. We have to do everything we can to make sure the initiates don't pay for it. Hold on. I'm receiving a message. We have to find them. Move out! Norland! No! This shouldn't have happened. Norland was confident. Maybe too confident. Despite my orders, he may have tried to fight. And Houston. She would have... This is my responsibility. We don't know that yet. The fact that she's not here is a good sign. She may have found a place to hide. I swore to myself I'd never let this happen again. But I'm not important right now. We have to find Initiate Houston. Back when we fought those raiders on the expedition route, when we lost Knight Connors and so many others, my decisions played a part in what happened that day. I swore to never make a mistake like that again. To never lose lives like that again. I'm not going to try to change your mind. If my actions aren't good enough to prove my intent, that's on me to fix. And that's what I'm going to do moving forward. Everything I do is for the good of humanity. I want to create a safe society again, to live and work side by side, as it should be. But those ideals are for nothing if I can't protect the people who believe in me. I have to do right by them. Initiate Houston can't be far. Search for a trail. Initiate Houston.
Wait! Don't come any closer! I triggered some kind of trap. If I move, then just get away from here. I can't let anyone else.
My armor can take the blast. Cover your head!
What? No! Don't! All of this happened because of me. I won't run away anymore. I won't. There are more mutants. We have to fight! Night Shin! Are you alright?
Don't worry about me. The power armor isn't just for show.
You're still badly injured. Without the power armor, you'd be dead. I'm so sorry.
This isn't the time for apologies. Put your training to work.
Right. You're right. I need to check your vitals.
We can't let this distract us from the mission. While Initiate Houston is busy, you need to search the area. Find out if this is truly the source of the attacks. I suspect we haven't killed our last mutants yet. You and Initiate Houston must be under a lot of stress right now. Anything can happen in the field. That's why, no matter what, we have to stay focused until the mission is over. So if something is dividing your attention, it's only right that we should discuss it. I don't expect to earn your trust with words. I carry forward every lesson I learn into the next mission. My actions will speak for themselves, if only we had the luxury of time right now. I'd like to say it was a calculated risk. Initiate Houston wouldn't have survived that blast without armor. I did. There's a big difference between risking one's life for a comrade and charging in head first just because you can. The latter is arrogance. The former is crucial to being part of the Brotherhood. We have to be able to trust each other. Romani broke our trust, not the other way around. I've had my doubts about her leadership since the beginning of the expedition. But I always followed orders, even when I disagreed. When Romani destroyed the transmitter, she broke the chain. She betrayed the Brotherhood. If we don't seal the rift she created, we'll fall apart. We'll cover that in the debrief.
It's my fault. Norland gave me orders and I ran away. It's my fault that he's dead.
No. This is my responsibility. I shouldn't have put you through this on your first field mission.
Thanks, Knight, but
I won't accept any argument about this. You did the best you could under the circumstances. That's all. I don't know. When Initiate Houston said there was a trap, I saw Knight Connors taking the bullet for me. Maybe it was wrong to risk my life after he saved mine. But it's exactly what he would have done in this situation. He helped me understand what it meant to be brotherhood. For him, it was about protecting the people around him. I want to do more than that. To preserve the world. But that starts with us. With our team. We can't protect the world if we can't protect each other. I still have enough wits about me to act as your commanding officer. But you're right. This wound is no joke. I'm counting on you and Initiate Houston right now. We're going to complete this mission together. As we should. Be thorough. All this gore could easily cover up something important. What have you found? Anything that could point to another base, or tell us what the mutants are doing. Searching through all those meat piles isn't going to be a pleasant job. Right now, it's your duty. Focus on finding something useful. You can add assets to your rock collection when you're off duty. A Pip-Boy.
Maybe the mutants ate a Vault Dweller. Sorry. That was insensitive. I'm glad it wasn't you.
We should have Scribe Valdez determine the origin of the Pip-Boy. Maybe the mutants took up residence in a vault. Go ahead and take the Pip-Boy tour. Initiate Houston will patch me up here before we return to Fort Atlas. And we'll give Initiate Norland a proper burial. Normally, I would tell you that the pity isn't necessary. But I think camaraderie is what we need to grow stronger. I'm in good hands with Initiate Houston. I'll see you when we get back to the fort. Good work. We fought in honorable service to the Brotherhood. All of us. Ad Victoriam.
the halfling hole.
Reporting for duty.
Hope those kids we picked up are doing okay. What were their names again? Started with an E.
See if anyone needs help. Did you need something? Not much to say, really. I was born after the bombs fell, so this world is all I've ever known. My parents and I came to Foundation to start a new, more secure life. I lived there until the Brotherhood of Steel came. I believe in a better future. And I believe that the Brotherhood of Steel has the power to create that future. We could let this war destroy us, or we could use it as an opportunity to rebuild a more compassionate world. Hard. You learn to appreciate and hold the ones that you love close. Everything out there is trying to kill you, and you don't know when your time is going to be up. I still hold hope for the future, though. All right. See you around.
Hey, have you seen Marcia around? Girl with black hair and the spirit of youthful rebellion? She hasn't been at Fort Atlas for a little while. Normally I wouldn't be so worried, but the truth is, she's not the only one. We've been hearing about people going missing all across Appalachia. That means you haven't seen her then? Oh, drat. I was really hoping... Never mind. Just let me know if you see her. Knight's orders. I'll prioritize it, but we really should have someone out looking for Marcia. You know what? You're right here. If you don't have another assignment from Night Shin, then I could really use your attention on this. I'm going to run a diagnostic on this Pip-Boy. Talk to me as soon as you're available. I'm pretty worried.
Watch your step, it's a mess up here.
Protection. I have everything I need here.
This is Thanks for your help, Initiate. Things have gotten dicey, but we're a brotherhood. We'll get through it.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old, forge it anew.
Need some words of wisdom, Initiate?
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person.
We're really fixing this place up, don't you think? Ultrasight country. Who knows what strange contraptions the old might. Are you available now to look for Marcia? She could be in trouble. She was supposed to make a trip to Foundation, but a group of initiates recently returned from there and nobody remembers seeing her.
We need to understand the past as well.
I did consider that when I first heard of it,
We need to understand
but I'd rather remain hopeful and investigate further.
the same mistakes going forward.
Marcia is the eldest of the two siblings that we encountered on our journey to Appalachia. There was an incident that resulted in the death of their mother. Paladin Romani decided that we should bring them along with us instead of leaving them alone. This is one of our own who's gone missing. Despite her resentment towards the Brotherhood, I've come to consider Marcia a friend. I know that life hasn't been easy for her at Fort Atlas, and I'd hate to think that something has happened to her. Think of it as doing a favor for me.
My mission.
First, start by talking to her younger brother, Max. He might have an idea where she's gone. I'm going to remain hopeful that something didn't happen to her, or anyone else who's missing. If something did happen while she was in our care, let's not worry about that just yet.
Find, protect, and preserve.
I don't suppose you know how to spot weld.
Signs don't lie.
Are you here to help me find my sister? Well, no. But Odessa told me she was gonna have an initiate help find my sister. You're an initiate, right? Marcia Leone is her name. She's my big sister, and she looks after me since our parents are dead. Well, the last time I saw Marcia was when she told me she was going to Foundation for some things. I think that something bad happened to her. It was just supposed to be a quick trip to Foundation, but she hasn't come back yet. I just know she would never leave me on purpose. She's the one that takes care of me since Mom died. One time we had to leave our home because some bad guys kept coming around. We left in a hurry and I forgot my favorite toy, an Armor Ace action figure. Marcia went back against Mom's orders to get him back for me. She said, "I'll always be there for you, Max." And she always has been. No, but when she said goodbye, she was acting really weird. She was like, "You know I'll always love you, right?" She never says stuff like that. It's usually, "Learn to behave, Max," or "Can you be quiet, Max?" Her best friend, Luis Ramirez, might know something. He's an initiate too.
Forge it anew.
How can I help you? What has Marcia done this time? It's been really hard for her to adjust to living in Fort Atlas after losing her mother. She spends most of her time worrying about taking care of Max, but none of it worrying about herself. I know that Marcia's a little rough around the edges, but that's just because she's already been through a lot in her life. She's the strongest person I know, though, and has a big heart, cares a lot about the people in her life. I'm lucky enough to be one of them.
Things are already falling apart.
Missing? No, she's just running an errand to Foundation. Yeah, she'll be back any minute. Damn it, fine, I can't bear the thought of something happening to her. I can't be sure, but I think she may be with the Raider War Party. Those raiders have been fighting the Brotherhood ever since we got here. I don't know what I'd do if I had to fight Marcia.
On a base like this, we're gonna be invincible.
Abandon? No, of course not. We were talking, and I assured her that I would never let anything happen to Max. I guess I told her exactly what she needed to hear. She told me once that she stayed as long as she could for Max's sake, but being here was like an open wound for her. Yeah, I don't think it's my place to tell her story, but let's just say that she blames them, or us, for the death of her mother. Good luck, and please bring her back.
To think we had traitors among us this whole time.
If I catch you selling my stuff, you're dead.
They know we were here first.
Seriously? You look like you need an upgrade. I got mods for all kinds of killers.
We need to do something about them. I'll go. It's my fault anyway.
I know you're eager to help, but Sheena and Burke are the best there is. Anything that gives them trouble is going to be extremely dangerous.
What are you doing here? What is it?
Couldn't stay away, could you? I'm not often taken by surprise, but I'll admit, you threw me for a loop when I found out what you did for Sheena. I didn't think an uptight organization like the Brotherhood had any room for rats. Don't worry. It's a term of endearment. We're a family here. Sheena's as clever as they come, but I know her too well to let something like that live under the radar forever. Don't think it means you're one of us now. It takes more than one mutually beneficial trade to build trust. Help out once and you think you're part of the team, huh? I'm afraid loyalty doesn't come that cheap.
If they've helped you in the past, though, maybe they'll help you out this time. There are some exceptions at the Brotherhood. Not many, but some.
I don't place bets on the lives of my family.
It's their lives at stake. We can't afford to be cautious. If we stand by and do nothing, then they will be dead. Sheena and Burke went to AMS headquarters to retrieve something for us and haven't returned yet.
Marcia. Damn it. Well, it wasn't my plan for you to know about this, but now that you do, I guess there's no way around it. Marcia's not going back with you. She's going after Sheena and Burke. She's been bossed around by the Brotherhood enough in her life. Why don't you do something for her for a change and help out?
I overheard some Brotherhood initiates talking about how AMS headquarters was a place of interest. It was the piece of intel I gave to Pierce and the others so that they would consider letting me join. It's my fault that they're missing. I should have tried to get more information.
Nice try. As much as it kills me, I'm not stupid enough to leave things unsupervised when two of us are already missing.
I'm not going back to Fort Atlas. No one gave you the right to make my life decisions for me, and the Brotherhood doesn't own me.
I feel better having one of us there instead of blindly trusting the Brotherhood. Make sure someone is focused on saving Sheena and Burke.
One of us? You really mean it? I'll prove to you, Pierce, that I belong here. I'll undo what I've done.
You being willing to put your life on the line for us is indication enough that you belong in this family. Bring my people back alive and in one piece.
I'll meet you at AMS. I'm not coming back with you after, though. I have a new family.
I won't bite.
What is it?
But I can't speak for my associates. Our business has taken down the Brotherhood. You want to make it yours? I'll be here until the Brotherhood isn't.
I wonder how Max is doing. Probably getting into some sort of trouble.
Welcome to Watoga. Automated mining services welcome you to the home of industry. Visitors, please see.
Oh! Cover me! I'm hit! Oh, shit!
Keep an eye out.
I could have handled them on my own, you know.
Area secure.
Look, I'd rather focus on finding Sheena and Burke, but if it'll get you moving, then say what you want to. The Raiders are the only ones standing up to the Brotherhood and making their own choices about how to live. Listen, I'm not naive. I know that Raider life is dangerous and filled with stealing and murder. But Pierce and the others, they're different. They just want to live their lives free from the oppression of the Brotherhood. I can relate to that. I'll miss them, but I need to start living my life for myself instead of others. I never asked to be taken to Fort Atlas. That decision was made for me. Being around the Brotherhood and watching them take charge is a constant reminder of how my mother died. I can't keep watching them do that to others. I never wanted to be the sole caregiver of Max either. He's happier staying at Fort Atlas with Night Shin, and I can't be a good guardian for him in a place that causes me so much pain. I'm finally taking charge of my own life and doing what I need to do for myself. Okay. I've never heard of them before. They seem like some sort of mercenary creeps. I don't care what they call themselves. I won't let them get in our way. Whatever you need to tell yourself in order to feel useful. Now that that's taken care of, we should look around and see if there's any trace of Sheena or Burke. I already did a sweep of this floor before that mercenary attacked me, and didn't find anything. Let's try looking upstairs.
Appalachia will know the name Hellcats.
What the hell are they doing with all those people?
That necklace! I know that necklace! I'd recognize that necklace anywhere. That's Burke's necklace. I've never seen them without it. My mom had a similar necklace that she always wore. Never took that thing off. I still regret not being able to retrieve it from her body. She was killed, thanks to the Brotherhood of Steel. I really don't want to talk about it right now, though. Neither is your shitty attitude. It's important to remember all those that we've lost. At least we know that Burke and Sheena made it to AMS. Let's keep looking. Recognize them. That's one of the raiders that went with Sheena and Burke. I hope they're still okay. I'm so tired of all the blood and death. I'm tired of losing everyone that I care about. First my mother's death, and now this. Everyone from our camp was killed, except Max and me. We were told to stay out of the fight. I should have been there, though, fighting beside them. Aren't you just a ray of sunshine? Maybe if you cared about anyone else but yourself, you'd know what it's like to lose someone. Come on, we've got to hurry and find them. note say? A note from Sheena. Can't believe they surrendered. Hopefully that means they were taken alive. The Raiders, they really are like a family. The kind that I want to be a part of. I don't agree with that. We need other people to get through this. If you have no one, who's going to come looking for you if you go missing? We're almost to the top of AMS. We must be getting close. Let's hurry.
You and that little girl are the ones giving my mercs all this trouble. We Hellcats don't put up with anyone getting in the way of us or our caps. This ends now.
You dead meat!
where Sheena and Burke are? I have no idea, but that son of a bitch is gonna pay for messing with Sheena and Burke. Captured? That's good. That means they were taken alive. We need to figure out where these holding cells are. See if you can find anything else that hints toward their location. Please hurry.
What are you doing here? And you too. Damn, am I glad to see some friendly faces.
The Brotherhood sent their lackey to try and bring me back. I told them I refused to even consider it until we found you. Don't worry though, there's no way I'm going back with this asshole. But anyway, are you two okay? You look pretty beat up.
Been better.
Good work on giving these mercenaries hell, Marcia. You'll make a great addition to the war party. So, can you get us out of here or not? Nothing that could be of use to us. It seems like they were doing some sort of experiments on people down here. That terminal over there might have more information.
Sheena made the right choice.
Thanks, Burke. There was no way we would have made it out of there alive, and I knew Pierce wouldn't just let us go missing. My quick thinking's what kept us alive. Not everything can be won with a fight. Fuck you. You better hope on your life that we don't get out of here.
Hey, I won't let you just leave them there!
Screw off.
What do you want? You've got a lot of nerve talking to me. I'm not sure why you care after everything you've had to say about it. Fine. If it'll get you to stop asking. The town that Max and I were living in with our mother was being threatened by a group of raiders. When the Brotherhood came into town, they decided to be saviors. They actually thought it would be a good idea to arm a bunch of ordinary people with high-tech weaponry. When the raiders came, they took the weapons and slaughtered our people. If we hadn't tried to fight back, my mother would still be alive. These were a different kind of raider. Ruthless, bloodthirsty, callous. The war party is like a family, banded together to fight against the Brotherhood's tyranny. Let's not get it confused. Raiders may have pulled the trigger, but the Brotherhood supplied the guns. You're just as bad as those raiders. You belong in the Brotherhood, and one day, I'll stop you. Which part of our mission today made you think I'd ever listen to you? I don't need your permission, and you better watch your back. Once we're out of here, you're fair game.
I've heard we got some people unaccounted for after the super mutant attack. What's going on? Settlers, they want to rebuild. They don't look at the future. We need to understand the past.
Minutes Act 1. Welcome back, Initiate. What do you have to report? I see that Marcia is not with you. Is she okay? I didn't actually think that you would fail. Poor Max. First he loses his mother and now Marcia is gone? Not to mention who knows what information she'll be able to share with the Raiders. We're going to need to be really careful going forward. Did you discover anything else on your mission? This letter is concerning. While Marcia wasn't missing, it seems that these Hellcat mercenaries and the Blue Ridge Caravan Company are both involved in the other disappearances. Please, take this to Romani as soon as you can. She'll want to hear about this. Hi, Initiate. How you holding up? Need to talk? Anything you need to know? I can't wait to take a closer look at this. Thanks again.
Two sets of plans, and the initiates don't know who to report to. This can't last forever.
He's gonna love it.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. We should get that mutation treated as an example to the other troops.
Super mutants? This is a whole new kind of perverse.
I swear Night Shin has it out for me.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back then.
I'll have some initiates inspect the perimeter. We can't afford to find any more weak points.
I understand your frustration, Mr. Knapp. Finding everyone that has gone missing is my top priority, but we need more evidence before we can act.
Evidence? What more do you need, huh? Are you saying my Cassie is a liar?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Initiate. Excellent timing. There's something we should discuss.
Back again, huh? You talked to that military fella upstairs? Now that's mighty right of you. Whether they do or not is on them, but you got my thanks for your part in it. Well, I'll be moving along back to the farm soon. Stay out of trouble, you hear?
Mr. Knapp here has come to us with another missing persons case.
My niece Cassie. Cassie Holloway. She paid some caravan and folk to help her travel here from out west. Sent me some letters just before she set out. Them letters arrived just fine, but she didn't. I went and spoke with them caravanners, and they tell me that my Cassie never set out with them at all. Those, Blue Mountain what's-its,
The Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Mr. Knapp's niece, Cassie.
Cassie Holloway, my sister's girl, about 20-something.
Right. Miss Holloway apparently paid the Blue Ridge Caravan Company to transport her to Appalachia. It would appear she never arrived. However, the people Mr. Knapp spoke with at Blue Ridge claim she was never a client to begin with.
Except them's damn liars. I got letters from Cassie. She spells them out plain as day. I'm traveling with Blue Ridge something or other.
Right. All caught up, Initiate? Really? This letter said they would acquire more people from Blue Ridge? Interesting. This is the first real lead we've found, and it connects directly with what Mr. Knapp is reporting. I actually had my own suspicions about the organization, but this information certainly tips the scales. I imagine any shady operations they may have in play wouldn't be something so easy to stumble across. Though, it's good to know you've had some dealings with them. And maybe that'll provide a foot in the door. I've made several attempts to contact the Blue Ridge Caravan Company in hopes of trading supplies. They turned me down. Every time. I understand that the Brotherhood can be an intimidating presence, and the West Virginia chapter didn't exactly leave behind a shining legacy, but I think we've shown we have Appalachia's safety and security at heart. Yet they remain unwilling to even speak. I find it suspicious. During our travels, we found that a caravan group was just as often a cover for slavers and raiders, the friendly guys for rolling through towns. I didn't suspect Blue Ridge of such at first, but their repeated refusal to talk, Mr. Knapp's story, and this letter are simply too much to ignore. We need to investigate this Blue Ridge Caravan Company immediately. Well, they have an office at the west end of the Big Bend Tunnel. Initiate! I'd like you to meet me there, but try not to attract too much attention either. If they realize we're in the Brotherhood, they may clam up. That's right. Fort Atlas is secure for the time being, and with Shin out of commission, I'd like to step in and do my part. This is our strongest lead by far. The two of us need to act quickly if we hope to safely return those that went missing. Thank you, Initiate. Ad Victoriam.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it anew.
Afternoon.
Sorry, no time to chat.
getting sick of potatoes. I know they're easy to grow, but how about a little variety?
I have mastered the art of sleeping while standing. This mask provides me the proper camouflage to hone my craft.
I'm afraid my calendar is all out of room for idle chatter, dear. I'm afraid my calendar is all out of room for idle chatter, dear.
Herschel Klein, author, reveler of life, aspiring playwright, and on certain occasions, bartender. At your service. Here's one I heard. We're all just living in a simulation. That's right, none of this is real. Die here, and you'll just wake up in a memory lounger somewhere in Hoboken, New Jersey. To be honest, I'm not sure which reality is worse. Thank you, thank you. I'm here all week. Always with the questions about Blue Ridge. Never, hello, fine barkeep, what's your story? No one's interested in reading the latest draft of My Life at the End of the World, a Herschel Klein story, with a special foreword written by Billingsley of the Bolton Greens. Fine. The Blue Ridge Caravan Company is a caravan company. Hard as it is to believe, given its incredibly cryptic and nondescriptive name, I know. People pay us money to get things from one place to another place. If you want work, head over to the east side of the tunnel and talk to Vinny. Yeah. Leave poor old Herschel to slinging schnapps. Go on, then.
Ah, there you are, friend. Sorry for the informality, but we should keep a low profile. Don't want to spook anyone that might be listening in. Huh. Don't get too used to that. But listen, I was hoping we could talk for a few minutes before we head upstairs. Let me buy you a drink. What do you say? Oh, cut the crap. I'm being real here. There's some things we need to hash out. Come on, pull up a stool. Great. Take a seat.
Oh boy, a customer! What can I get for you? I've got a container of nuclear waste in the back, but you don't look like much of a ghoul to me. So, how about a whiskey for now? Okay, here you go. Enjoy.
I'm going to need you to be standing by the end of this, you know. Salomati, my friend. Well, that's interesting phrasing. Join. Never really thought about it that way. I was already in the National Guard, helping people, maintaining peace. That was my life. The Brotherhood didn't feel like a new organization. It felt like regrouping with my people. A return to form. Maybe some ranks and verbiage changed, but the heart of it was there. I'm not sure I even gave it a second thought. No, I don't think it's quite as simple as a bait and switch. When the Founders started out, I genuinely believe they were fueled by a desire to protect people from the horrors of the old world. But time changed them. I paid too much attention to what they did and how, but lost sight of why. The people. Sometimes I think... No, I'm certain that I was selected for this mission in order to remove my perspective and influence. The Elders saw my pull and experience as a threat, and knew I would never align with their goals. What better way to prevent my meddling than to send me packing on a cross-country venture? I often wonder if they ever expected me to report in at all. To make it here alive. Joke's on them, I guess. Alan Connors. That's right. A dear, dear friend. The two of us were from the same unit in the National Guard. Alan had been my rock through every storm I weathered. We survived the bombs together, joined the Brotherhood together. He was more than my right hand. He was really a lifelong companion. I'd never really considered a world without him. Not just to me either. To both Valdez and Shin. He was like a big brother, even a father. He was always there for them. That's the part that gets to me. He was an important person to damn near everyone. It's what makes his absence hurt even more. Almost certainly. When we lost Alan, Shin stepped up to take on many of his responsibilities. He was on top of the grief. That must have been a lot to handle. It led him to fall back on what he knows. Rules and doctrine. He doesn't trust anyone else to help him see beyond that. Not like he trusted Alan. And because of me, because of a call I made, we all lost him. I know Shin will never forgive me for it. I'll let that one slide, since we're off duty, so to speak. But don't for a minute think that you're in a position to lecture me on the responsibilities of my station. If anything, I fought against my better instincts and went with a plan that I myself doubted. But that kind of reflection is fruitless. I made the final call. The burden lies on my shoulders. I hope, at least, you can start to see things from my perspective more. To understand why I make the choices I make. I think that's a fine idea. To whom? Ah, you really know how to twist the knife. But yes, to Daniel Shin. May he see a speedy recovery. Bisalamati. Now, on to business. Let's head upstairs. And remember to keep a low profile. We're just a pair of friendly traders looking for potential business.
Look out, here comes trouble.
Ms.
I'm afraid
Mayfield,
my calendar
my name is
all out of room
Layla.
for
I made an
idle
appointment to
chatter,
speak with
dear.
you.
Please, Joanna is just fine, dear. And while all this cloak and dagger hubbub is flattering, why don't we cut to the chase, Paladin Romani?
Well, that was short-lived. Okay, Joanna. It appears I underestimated you.
And if it isn't my Employee of the Month, I was wondering when we'd get the chance to chat. I've made quite a pretty penny, thanks to your help. So many pretty pennies, I think I might hold a pageant. You still trying to get that backpack, dear? Plenty of work left to be done, you know.
I'd appreciate if the job offers were saved for later. We're here on pressing business.
Okay, Paladin. Down to brass tacks, then. It's not an accident that I finally opted to meet with you, after playing hard to get for so long. We know you're interested in the folks that have gone missing. We are too. Been looking into it for a spell now. Plain and simple, I wanted to handle this internally. I didn't want news of this stirring up a panic, maybe causing the perpetrators to flee. Our clients paid us for safe transport, and we failed them. It was our responsibility to solve it discreetly. I'm sure you can appreciate that. As for deceiving Mr. Knapp, well, I dislike fibbing. But sometimes you've got to play your cards close to your chest, especially when lives are at stake.
I don't buy it. Sounds more like you were trying to prevent future clients from being scared off. It makes me wonder if this sudden cooperation isn't in the interest of helping others. Maybe you've just been caught.
I'd be offended by these accusations if it didn't weave such a fascinating story. Are you planning to sell that as a dime novel? Well, if you're wondering why my organization would choose to dodge your calls, examine the attitude with which you've started this conversation. This pseudo-authority you're flaunting is exactly the type of oppression and regulation that my free enterprise can do without. And what, pray tell, is that, darling?
We found correspondence from our suspects claiming they were acquiring people from Blue Ridge. It seems to me that your company has been transporting people in a different way than you've advertised. And involuntarily at that.
We've always been upfront and honest with this venture. The routes are dangerous, and our Brahmin sure as hell don't smell like roses. Everyone who works with us gets the straight truth. And I certainly don't take too kindly to what you're implying. I could stand here and deny your allegations every which way to Sunday. But I know you won't just take my word for it. So if you've got some hard evidence to prove my people were involved in this little scheme, show it. Otherwise, this letter of yours sounds more like we're the target, not co-conspirators. All right. That's fine by me.
Right now, the most important thing is finding everyone that has gone missing and returning them home. Being upfront with your involvement in this now will be looked upon favorably, because we're not stopping until this is solved and they are safe.
Slow down, Paladin. This is not an admission of guilt or an attempt to weasel out of responsibility. We are just as concerned about these folk as you. We're willing to cooperate, in hopes of saving lives, nothing else. And if you're hoping I'm about to spill the beans on some secret abduction scheme, you're out of luck. We have the same goals as you in this.
Honeyed words, but we should proceed. What can you tell us about the people that went missing from your caravan?
Better to just let you take a look for yourselves. Ares! Come on in here!
This guy looks like some kind of guard. Probably armed. Don't take your eye off him, Initiate. Despite Miss Mayfield's silver tongue, I'm not entirely convinced. Let's not start a shootout, but just stay cautious.
You rang, boss?
Harper's Ferry, the train tunnel. Mind showing our guests the route?
Oh, crap. You really want to go back there?
That was exactly my thinking, Ares. Head on over to that tunnel and show this duo of detectives the scene of the crime. Does that sound amenable to y'all?
Well, the last known whereabouts of one of our caravans. They set up camp there, but come morning, the entire place was abandoned. It was a big group, maybe around 15, including our own guard.
You've lost that many people? And we're only just now hearing about this.
That's on me. I chose to keep this off the books. May be a bad call, but let's save examining hindsight for when we've gotten to the bottom of this.
The train tunnel itself isn't so important, but underneath is a top-secret gas pipeline running all the way out of the region. It's a pretty discreet route. Safe too, comparatively. Except, the most recent trip. Okie dokie, I'll meet you there. It's the big fancy train tunnel, just east of Harper's Ferry.
Now, time is money, and I've burned a bottle and plant worth of caps chatting with you two. So if you don't mind, please direct any further inquiries to my masked associate.
Fine. But after reviewing the evidence, I plan to revisit Blue Ridge's involvement in this matter.
By all means. If you find something that gets us answers, we can talk till the Brahmin come home.
Evening. It's hard work.
Gotta wait a whole nother hour for that little heat.
Initiate, glad you made it here safely. That Ares character is further ahead. I should mention, every instinct I have is telling me not to trust him. It seems we don't have much choice for the time being, but we'd be wise to keep an eye on him. As I mentioned before, this isn't my first time dealing with a caravan group like this. More than once, we discovered that slavers had been using the guise of a caravan to collect and transport people. Blue Ridge using a dark corner like this for their operations only raises my suspicions. I cannot overlook the similarities. All right, you take point. And guns at the ready. I spotted some feral ghouls earlier.
Well, hello there. The spot we're looking for is further in the facility. There's a trick to getting in. Give me one shake of a lamb squatch's tail to get it open. Let's see, 30 days past September, carry the 2.
Is this for real?
And Viola is just a little further ahead. Please, after you.
Fine. But don't think we aren't keeping an eye on you.
I can't blame you. I know I'm a real looker. Okay, the cab's just past this door here. I'll get it open. And that's bad. Oh, that's very bad.
Speak, Ares. What's a holdup?
You're not gonna like this. Follow me. Yep, just like I thought. Let's chat. Welcome to the 9th Circle of Hell. First, the good news. It's bring your own paramilitary night, so the paladin drinks for free. The bad news is that I can't unseal that door. Here's the quick version. Clever little me locks that door by setting off a bogus gas leak alarm. But it looks like in order to lift the lockdown, you need to verify there's actually no gas leak. The door is real picky like that. I'm trying to get you to drop the bad cop act and listen for starters. If you'll cast your steely gaze to the left, you'll see a massive, impenetrable wall of strangler vines. To verify there's no gas leak, we need to get to the pump room. One guess where the pump room is located. Yeah, that's the tricky part. There were some engineers living down here well after the bombs fell. Looks like they lasted a few years even. Which means they had a way of fighting back the vines. Maybe start by looking for how they did that. In a past life, I used to work with these pencil-pushing sociopaths in suits. Well, not at this facility, but I was in the know about their various nefarious dealings in the region. I don't know. They're all over this region, though. Hard as hell to cut, and they grow like they hold a grudge. I snooped around a bit when I first recommended the route to Joanna. There's some offices that were clearly being used as bunks for a while. Not sure what happened to them. It almost looks like they just dropped dead on the spot. That's not a bad omen, is it? Mm-hmm. I'll just skulk here in the corner in case another way of opening this door comes to mind. Let me know if you have any luck. Try not to die a terrible death.
This sounds like a very contrived way of getting us killed. Stay sharp, Initiate. Initiate, look there, behind that gate. Seems like some kind of thrown-together lab. Do you suppose they were making something to deal with the vines? I think I see some kind of chemical on the ground there. We need to find a way to unlock this door. Sound of it, they wrote the numbering system down so they wouldn't need to remember it. Must be around here somewhere. knows happened to all the people down in here? No signs of a struggle. Gas leak, maybe? Poison? Well done, Initiate. That was some impressive detective work. Let's have a look at this. Aha! My hunch was right. According to the label, they made an extremely potent herbicide. Judging from this container, it looks like it's meant to be dispersed into a larger system. No sprinklers in here, so The facility's water line? That would explain the bodies out there, but why? They must have known this would happen. No time to dwell on that. Initiate, let's look for a station where we can access the water line. This is what we need to weaken the vines. Here we go. This looks like it connects to the main water line. Let's talk next steps. Should be able to disperse the herbicide into the water line from here. I'm suspecting that the security system here won't appreciate that. Expect alarms. And the company that alarms tend to attract. Ready for a fight? Okay, fingers crossed and guns at the ready. Let's take a look here. Okay. The chemical has started dispersing into the water systems. It's detected a foreign substance. Prepare for it to get noisy in here. Initiate, I'll need you to keep them off my back. Add Victoria. This room. I need more time. Keep it up! Gotten through to about half the facility. Can't stop now. I'll need to reach the drainage system if we're going to affect the vines. Give him hell, Initiate. Done. The chemical is pumping throughout the entire water system now. Using a cess pipe that was for disposing of unwanted chemicals. Well, one sleazy company's environmental negligence is our gain, I suppose. Those vines should be weak enough to break through now. I, wouldn't drink the water if I were you, though.
still thinking about other ways we might get this door open. Definitely not replaying old episodes of Katie Inkwell in my head. Any luck finding a way to lift the lockdown yet? Okay, you and the Paladin have fun.
We should be getting close to the end now. We should watch our backs in here. Hostile robotic entity? That's trouble. Be on the lookout. Ultron dressed up as a sheep? Whatever it was, it's dead. We should be able to lift the lockdown. Let's get back to that terminal. And that's that. Time to head back to Ares, if he has anything to do with all this.
Your boss looks like she's about to strangle me with one of those vines. Something happening there?
Ares? Between the feral ghouls, the strangler vines, and that insane sheep robot, I've about reached my limit with this place. And your antics. I don't know if this is some kind of trap or elaborate cover-up, but we need to get through that door and get answers. Now!
Whoa, whoa, trap? Where's this coming from? Hold on. Did you say sheep robot? Like the Baba kind or the killer robot kind?
Ares! The door! Now! Please!
Okay, just give me a second. Yeesh.
Nearly there now. We're getting closer to the truth. I can feel it. Do you think I'd agree with that? I follow my instincts, and many of them point suspicion towards Blue Ridge and Ares, but we do not just deal with a guilty party on the spot. This isn't about punishment, it's about finding and helping the people at risk. If, after all of this, Blue Ridge is responsible for what happened, we will have our justice. But first, we need to know what happened down here.
Alright, let's see here. Login credentials, check. In terms of employments, yeah. Benefits enrollments expired, sure. And done. Trust me now? I'll even lead the way, so if you change your mind, it'll be easier to shoot me in the back.
Thank you for opening the door. But know that if we find anything linking you to this, you're still going to have to answer for it.
Add it to the catalog of questionable things I already have to answer for.
Seems like you've been pretty thorough. Are you ready to discuss what you've found? Excellent. I'll take what you've collected. Let me take a look at what you found. I just need a minute to review it all.
Pull out your decoder rings, kids. It's detective time.
Let's see. That's concerning. Wait a moment. This name. I know this name. I think I've seen enough. Initiate, we should discuss our findings. Well, it seems like Cassie was indeed a part of this caravan group, but I think it'd be a good idea to step through the evidence together. I may have been assuming too much about Blue Ridge's involvement. I'd like to be on the same page, so where would you like to start? Are you sure? I think we should be on the same page before we take action.
Oh, how considerate of you.
All right then, here's what I've concluded. The caravan was ambushed by armed strangers, likely the Hellcat mercenaries you fought. Based on the manifest, a Dr. Blackburn attended every trip where someone went missing, including the final one. All of the evidence together points to one clear answer. Dr. Blackburn was hiring these Hellcat mercenaries to kidnap people from this route. It would appear they were cautious at first, but took advantage of a radstorm to steal away an entire group. An unfortunate end, but there's still hope of finding them. The only thing left is to report back our findings and determine Blackburn's location. I'm glad I had you here, Initiate. There's a few things I'm sure I would have missed if you hadn't been here to help. I do believe we make a pretty great team. I can't blame you. My sights are entirely focused on everyone that's gone missing, but I can't just plow through everything to reach that goal. This experience has helped me see that. It's something that I know I need to improve upon, not just as leader of the Brotherhood, but as a person. And hopefully, to begin earning back your trust. Anyway, we should get back to Atlas and report what we found. If we can determine where Blackburn took this group, we may be able to track down Cassie, and perhaps countless others. I'll meet you there. Good work, Initiate. Ares, I owe you an apology. My rash behavior was unfitting of my position. Fair to you.
Water under the bridge. All of my best friendships start with misplaced suspicion of mass kidnapping.
I will take your word for it. I am sorry either way.
If you really want to make it up to me, I've heard you guys have some killer rocket launchers to spare.
Absolutely not.
Dirt was human. Flesh tastes like